Hello guys and welcome. So this is just going to be a full step-by-step guide on how you can start to get personal training clients. This goes for online, offline. What I'm going to show you in this video works for both, and these are the concepts that you need to understand. At the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you kind of a literal step-by-step walkthrough of what I would go and do on social media in order to gain clients. So stick around to the end to watch that. And if you don't know who I am, my name's Tom Hutchison. I typically work with personal trainers who are trying to take things online, helping them get to their first like 3 to 5K a month. In this video, I just want to provide more value for free than what others have you pay for. There's not going to be any call to actions or paywalls to any information or anything like that. So let's just get into this. So the DCC model. This is kind of the thing that you want to do first and the thing that you need to be working on all the time. So what is this? So D stands for discovery phase. An individual who may require your service becomes aware you exist. So let's say, for example, we are talking about taking a client from cold to sold. Okay, this person doesn't currently know who you are. Let's think of ways that they can get to know who you are. So that you could add them as a friend on Facebook. They could come across your post on social media. You could follow them on social media. You could interact with some of their content on social media. And they become aware you exist. And you become, like not top of mind, not yet, but they become aware that you're a person to go to in order to solve that problem. And this is why, like we spoke about in the last video, you should have a very clear perspective on who it is that you target and like what result that you get them. Because if you're just going around like willy-nilly and just, targeting super general people, you're gonna have no idea who to, go and like their posts, go follow them on Instagram, and actually engage with. So make sure you get that down before you do any of this stuff. Next is a connection phase. So you establish a connection with that person like via social media. So this could be through talking to them on social media. They could like one of your posts. You could like one of their posts. There is some sort of a connection there. So it's not just the fact that they know you exist. It's that they know you exist and they've interacted with you, so to speak. Next is a contact phase. So this is where you need to like get the reply in the DMs from the client. And the number one best way of doing this, there's no like secret script out there or like, any message that kind of performs better than any other. But if you can have a genuine interaction with somebody and have a genuine conversation with a potential client, if you pop up to them and they've got like the same breed of dog as you or something like that, find a relation that you can talk about and start off an organic conversation like that, you're much more likely to get a call booked through doing it this way. So yeah, like we said, discovery phase is someone who follows you on Instagram or accepts your Facebook friend request. Next is like you perform an affinity action. So an affinity action is literally just liking someone's content or, giving them a follow, viewing their story, commenting on a post. There are all affinity actions which you need to perform before you actually reach out to them. Otherwise it's too cold or they engage with your content. And next is you send them a DM using one of the scripts or obviously the organic method that we just said. And then they respond back to you. And guys, if you want the script that I use, then give me a message or comment on this video saying script. And what I'll do is I'll send you the link to where you can get the script. So this is the call cycle. So after you've offered the call in the DMs, you have a good conversation, using the DM scripts that leads you to booking a call. They're like, yeah, I want to get on a call. I want to discuss these goals. Next, you're going to have a discovery call. So there are people in the industry that will be able to do this in like a 1-call close, but I prefer, especially if you're a new personal trainer, to do this in a kind of 2-call close method. So you're going to offer the call, then you're going to get them on a call. And on this 15 minutes call, it's not going to be any sales at all. You're literally just going to see if they'd be a good fit, see what their problem is. Like, for example, if you work with, women, but not, you're not like an expert in like postnatal women, and somebody comes on and they're postnatal and, all of their problems and pain points are around being postnatal and that's not what you work with. Don't take them on as a client. You can just turn them down or, give them some advice or refer them to somebody else. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So yeah, no sales. And then what you want to do is at the end be like, okay, so from everything that we kind of spoke about today, I feel like I can actually help you. Would you be open to jumping on another call and we can, see if we can get you onboarded onto the coaching? Is that something that you're really interested in? And they'll be like, well, yeah, I suppose if that's going to help me, then let's have a call. So then you both know in the next call that it's going to be a sales call. And then obviously you close them and take the payment over the phone. So one more thing to say on the call cycle, actually, if they don't, the reason why it's a cycle is if they don't close on this discovery call, or if they don't close on the sales call, you simply just offer them another call if they're a good fit. But it's like, oh, now's really not a good time. I've got a wedding like next week and I don't want to pay out any money before it. You're like, that's fine. Let's just book a call after the wedding. So a best practice here is to kind of just make sure that you've got a call booked with them so that you don't lose them. All right. Because if you just leave it like that, then they'll just buy from somebody else. Cool. So this is kind of just a little diagram. People are going to go from the discovery phase. They'll find out who you are. Connection phase, they'll interact with you on social media. The contact phase, you'll have a conversation with them and then you'll offer the call. They'll jump on the discovery call. They'll go through the sales call and then, it might end up going through that cycle again due to time or whatever. And then they eventually buy. Okay. And that is very simply how you get clients. And there's no like secret sauce. There's no like secret mix. This is just kind of the process that you want to follow. So the best practices, obviously there are better ways of doing this and there are others. And I'm going to be showing you on Instagram in a second exactly what it is you need to be doing. It's not what you do, but it is the way you do it. Only tell them the price when you know it's a yes. This is a big thing for me because I always used to kind of rush into what the price was and then try and deal with the objections later on in the sales interaction. Whereas you want to get over the objections and kind of avoid the objections before they become a problem. Stick to the script. So if you've got a DM script, especially if you got it from a mentor, if you've picked up my script, which we give out for free anyway, then like stick to that. If you're finding that, these conversations aren't going well, like the script that we use has been tested, so that script can really help you out and get you calls booked basically. Play the numbers game. So, especially with let's think of this as like a machine. So it's like you input 100 people into the discovery phase. So you add or follow 100 people. 50 of those follow you back. You message all 50 of those and you get 25 replies. Out of the 25 replies, you get 2 calls booked. Out of those 2 calls booked, 1 closes. Okay, so you see how this is just a complete numbers game. There's no secret to it. This is it. Okay, you've just got to play that numbers game. Understand that this whole system is a skill. So it's like, within this system, you've got obviously DMing people, you've got content, and you've got sales calls. So those are the 3 skills that you need to learn and start to build on. Okay, is DMing people. You're not going to be like a superstar appointment setter in the beginning. You're not just going to be able to set 5 sales calls a day in the beginning. So don't expect it to be that way. You're going to have to put practice into it and build it up and get good at it in the same way that you have to do the same with coaching. And the same goes for sales on that matter. Like the more sales calls you take, the better you get at closing them. Same with content. So I know that you probably want to see the strategy in terms of, what are we actually going to be doing? How do I find my target market on Instagram or Facebook? So I'm going to go through a little Instagram method that I've been using for a while now, and it still works very, very well. So we're going to come to Instagram and let's just go into our search. And as you can see here, I've got a bunch of hashtags searched. So sometimes you get better posts than others, but basically what we want to do, let's say, for example, we are doing weight loss. So we're going to go into the weight loss hashtag. Now, the best thing to do, especially if you've got the time, is you want to find a genuine profile transformation. So let's see this, guys. And this is actually a personal trainers. So this is a personal trainer. So maybe I wouldn't go for his because it's probably just going to be people that he knows liking it. We want to find a personal account who's posted their own transformation. So who's this guy? Okay. Was a bit fat, now a bit fit. So this is the perfect kind of post, if I'm being honest. Yeah, this is perfect. And then obviously, depending on if it's local or not, you've got to make sure that they're in your country. And I'll show you kind of something with local in a sec, actually, as well. But let's say, for example, we go on to, let me just move myself out of the way. Let's say, for example, we go onto his fat loss transformation and come onto the likes. What we can assume about the people that are liking this post is that they desire a result somewhat similar to what they're seeing here. So when you just see normal people there, you can come here and literally just follow them. Okay. And obviously to increase the amount of people that you get following you back, as well as following them, you can add a couple of likes as well. So then when they, in the notifications, they've got 3 notifications off you. So they're not going to ignore it. They're not going to not see it. That's just going to higher the amount of people that follow you back. So let's say you spend 15 minutes, you could probably find 2 or 3 of these posts and follow, 100 people. and like we said, let's say 50 of them follow you back, obviously this is how you see where the numbers game is going. And it's that simple. There's not really like a secret source to this. You've got to make sure that the content in your own profile is on point. Like, for example, like obviously my niche, I'm reaching out to trainers and I'm talking with trainers. So when a trainer follows me back, I can assume that they've read my bio. I can assume that they followed me for this reason, at this point in the journey. So if you're saying what you do and who you help in your bio, then when somebody follows you back, it's just going to make a lot more sense for you to reach out to them and have that conversation, because they've somewhat registered an interest in you and in that. So let's just do it for local. Let's say, for example, let's just type in my local gym. So this is my local gym. Let's wait for it to load. So let's say, for example, we are targeting women. So what we want to do is find like a relatively, like not like a super low tier like influencer, but we want to find somebody who's not getting, like, for example, this girl's getting 17,000 likes, which is like really good. But that's probably not going to be so populated. Whereas, like, for example, this girl here, she's got 105 likes. We can assume that they might be a little bit more local. Okay. And she's a fitness account. I think she's actually another trainer as well. I've already followed her. So yeah, she's already a trainer. So maybe if you don't want to steal other people's clients or steal people's potential clients, then don't do it. But obviously you can leverage other people's audiences if you really want to. But yeah, like this kind of thing, let's just find another one. Yeah, so we can assume that this girl, she's got a decent amount of likes there. If I was targeting women, I'd probably go through and I'd give the women on here a follow. Then, if I'm a woman and I've got, I help girls get in superstar shape and feel really sexy. Then obviously if a girl follows me back, I can assume, okay, let's reach out to her and see if she wants help get into that. And that is simply it. It's not complicated at all. It's just a matter of doing it. So yeah, I hope you found that helpful, guys. If you've got any questions, then message me on Instagram or just bang them in the comments so that we can all kind of grow off it. And if you want to join the Facebook group, I'm going to leave a link to that in the description of this video as well. And have a good day.